Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 145430. So first thing, let's go ahead and get a few screenshots here. It's the keyboard. The customer told me it's not powering on. They're not sure why. I kind of have a suspicion it might be liquid or something, but we'll see. We won't know until we actually open it. Alright, so here's what it looks like on the bottom. And yeah, usually I like to work on it with the hinges pointing away from me, but this label's upside down, so yeah. Alright, we're going to start out by using looks like a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver, and we're going to undo all the screws from the bottom. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. It looks like some of these screws might actually stay attached to the bottom cover. But knowing Dell, usually it's only the corners. Yep. So keep the screws in order. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. Okay, if this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can help out that way, it would help a lot. If you could watch a few of my other videos, and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, I do have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. If you could also subscribe to that one, that'll really help me out. Same profile picture, but zoomed in. Anyways, let's go ahead and pop the bottom cover off. So I like to go from where it opened already, and then while I'm pulling it up, I'll slide my fingernail. You can use pry tools, obviously, and we'll just go along there to pop it out. All right, so same thing, lift over here, and then I just slide my fingernail underneath to pop the clips. All right, you want to be careful and go slow. You don't want to end up breaking anything. So same thing, go over here. All right. Also, if you're wondering, on most of my videos, the computers, it's the first time I've ever opened them. I don't open the computers multiple times to figure it out in advance. If that frustrates you, I'm sorry, but that's how I do it. It's also a learning experience, so you can see my thought process going through these. So you can see in the middle here, it's kind of stuck on something. Sometimes you just use more force. Yep, okay. And sometimes you kind of have to push somewhere to get the clip to pull away. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I knew it. Look at that. There's lots of water liquid in there. Okay, so I don't know at what point this liquid got in there, but yeah, I kind of had an idea because when they brought it to me, I could already see inside the, what do you call it, the USB-C port, that there was kind of some residue in there. So this kind of thing likely isn't going to be a quick fix. Let me actually, ooh, this cable's probably destroyed and it's gonna need to be replaced. But anyways, I'm gonna put this here just to get a thumbnail, and I'm gonna see what the customer wants to do, because that's really bad. That completely like corroded and fried on the power cable. So well, I don't know if it's I don't know. Oh god, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's gonna make me throw up. Okay, I don't, god. My guess is, unless that was just the corroded metal smell, my guess is, I don't know. From the liquid itself, it doesn't smell that bad. But oh my god. I was about to say, did a cat pee on this, or I don't know. No, cat pee would be the smell would be way stronger. I don't think. I don't know. It's only when I smelled it like right up to here. So, anyways, we're gonna switch over. I think we're gonna need a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver now. Did I get the thumbnail? I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna have to disconnect the battery. So the battery connector has these wings here. I'll zoom in here for you to see. Okay. And we're gonna have to peel up this. There's a clear adhesive that's holding this in place, so we'll peel that up. Okay. And now that we peeled that away, I'm gonna use my fingernails to wiggle and pull this connector out. There we go. All right, so we're definitely going to need to find a battery and this connector, because that connector looks completely toast. The battery model number is TN70C right there. Okay. I'm just going to pull the battery out so I can see underneath. If the customer is lucky, then maybe just the faulty battery is what caused it to stop working. If that's the case, they're very lucky. I'm going to pull the battery out, and then I'm going to try and plug in the laptop and see if it powers on or not. If it does, then I'm just going to have to find the battery and the cable and replace that. And then that should be good. Anyways, now that we got all the screws out, we're going to go ahead and lift from here and then pull it forward. And yeah, you can see the liquid got underneath here as well. Oh my god, that's not good. Okay, so dry that all up. I'm not sure how the water got in there. The customer told me they don't even know why it was broken. So I don't know. It could be the touchpad is destroyed and other stuff. You can see there's liquid in here as well. You can see there's kind of some liquid residue on the back of this plastic piece where I peeled the battery connector up. So let me try and peel this out and see if I see anything weird here. And from the little bit that I peeled up, I don't see anything that looks fried. So they might be okay. Again, I'm going to go try plugging this in real quick and then we'll see. I'll quickly just go over some of the connections I see here. LCD, LVDS screen connector here. DC jack charge port connector is here. If you want to take this out, you do have to undo the screws and lift the hinge up. The DC jack is held in just with a little post, so you have to lift the charge port straight up to remove it. Keyboard backlight connectors here. There's a flip latch on this side. Once you flip that, you can pull the cable out. Keyboard connector flip latch is on this side. You can pull it out after you flip that. Touchpad, trackpad connector is here. Flip latch here, and also here on the touchpad itself. It looks like, okay, you can remove this touchpad. SSD is an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD, but there's a small one. If you want to put a full-sized SSD, you do want to take this whole bracket out, throw this bracket away, and just reuse the screw to hold the SSD there, because this bracket will stab into the full-sized SSD, so you don't want to use that. Okay, you have this big connector here. There's a metal latch that when you peel up this clear thing, you want to flip that metal latch up before you can pull that out. Same thing with this side, and that connector connects the USB port, SD card slot, as well as the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery connector here. And then you have the fingerprint connector here, which I think is also for the power button. Flip latch there. At least I think that's a fingerprint reader. It might just be power button. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think this is also a fingerprint reader. Usually after disconnecting the battery, you want to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. But in this case, because liquid got into the battery connectors, it likely already drained whatever power and fried that thing. But either way, after you disconnect the battery and unplug it, hold the power button 15 seconds. It's always good to be safe. All right, there's the one speaker here with the cable running along, plugs into here, and then the other cable for the other speaker goes along there. So they both plug in right there. Wireless card is here. One screw holds on this metal plate. After you remove that, if you want to take the antennas out, go from the tail and pull straight up. Don't try and pry from here, or you can pry the connectors off. Sometimes the solder is not good on some of these things. That's why I don't take everything out, even though I can. So yeah, if you're wondering why. To remove these, like the SSD and this, when you remove the screw, it pops up slightly at an angle, and then you can pull it out, okay? So then this is, again, is the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery. It's a CR2032, but it's in this little enclosed thing. And then keep in mind that the red wire is going towards this cable, and the black wire is going towards the fingerprint cable. So if you replace it, you want to make sure that it's the cable you have is not mixed up. All right, you also have the fan here, fan connector right there, obviously. CPU is underneath the heatsink here. It's not replaceable, soldered to the motherboard. Technically, someone said, oh, like, you can't desolder that. I'm like, okay, you can replace the CPU if you have the ability to desolder this stuff, okay? But if you're going to be asking if you can replace the CPU, chances are it's like asking, can you perform heart surgery? And yes, people can perform heart surgery, but if you're asking and you want to do it, you're you're not going to be able to do it, okay? I'm pretty sure you're not going to go through whatever it takes to learn how to replace that and then buy all the stuff that lets you do it. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I went over all the other connectors I see. I'm not going to pull the motherboard out. I'm going to go plug this in, see if it powers up, and yeah, I'll be back. But let me see if I can show you the... Here you go. So in the USB-C port, I don't know if you can see that white crusty powdery looking stuff. That's how I knew it was already liquid damage, but sometimes that's already there before they completely damage the computer, so I didn't want to just assume. Anyways, I do need to clean the dust out, but if the computer doesn't work, I'm just going to not do it, because otherwise, I mean, if I do that, there's no point. So let me see if the computer works first, and then if it does, I need to ask the customer what they want to do. If it works, I'll clean out the dust as well. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so if you noticed, the fan is a lot cleaner now. It did turn on without the battery, so we're going to have to test it out a bit more and see. Oh, why is it? Okay, I don't know. It's like all getting jittery. We are going to have to test it out a bit more. I'm going to let it sit for a day. I dried it the best I could, but there's a lot of water in there, so I'm worried that the touchpad might be bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull the battery connector out. So there's this little metal slider. You can see then it comes out like that. And then you pull this out. I mean, this part of the connector seems okay. It's wet, but it's not corroded. My worry is the part where all the glue is, it looks bad. So the one thing is the wires, they all connect to these little pads, okay, as you can see. But my worry is because you see all this glued stuff here, it's like eaten up. So I don't know if this survived or not. It seems like it might be okay. There's what, 5 wires here? Okay, so I don't know. It seems like it might be okay. The top got like gross and discolored. The connectors themselves seem okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to I guess I can try with another battery and see if they're lucky. If this connector survived, then we will only need a replacement battery. Assuming that nothing else got bad from the liquid that was still in there. I didn't want to keep it on too long to do too much testing, so I just shut it off once I saw it turned on. But here we go. Okay, you can actually see how this connector has the little wires that all go into this piece, and one of them is kind of really corroded compared to the others. Yeah. All right, anyways, it doesn't look melted, it's just gross looking. Okay, let me see if I can show you. You see that? I might have to coat this with some new glue, but yeah. Okay. The battery for sure is going to be dead. I'm not going to even try to reuse this battery because so much stuff got burnt there. I don't think it's worth the risk of trying to plug it in. It can possibly cause damage to the computer if it's not already damaged at the battery circuit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this overnight. If you're wondering how to put it back together, obviously you just go from like that, put that back. If you put the connector back on, you do need to slide this little metal thing back over to latch it back in place. Okay, I'm gonna leave this out though. I know somebody's probably gonna be like, hey, I want a video of how to put the battery back in. Basically just do everything in reverse, okay? This piece you just smush back down, slide the metal plate over the top, and then plug the cable back into here. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to order another battery. You basically just go to put this cover back on. You go from the bottom here, lift it up at an angle so that you can make sure this kind of goes flush. You can snap all of this back in, then work your way up and around, push the middle clip in, and then tighten the screws down. And that's pretty much it. All right, again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, again, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my, few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. And again, I have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More, same profile picture, but zoomed in. Right now, my review videos are on both channels, but eventually I'm hoping to put them only on that channel. So help me get that done. Like, comment, subscribe again, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.